All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Nndm, Nano Dimension. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we dive into this chart, I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys that you definitely won't want to miss towards the end of this video. Big potential moving forward. I also want to announce to every single investor and viewer that I will be launching as early as tomorrow or sometime later this week my Patreon. Now, through the Patreon, you guys will be able to further support the channel and also receive access to information on these ticker symbols that I talk about towards the end of these videos as soon as I find out about them or as soon as I start doing further digging. You know, there's so many ticker symbols out there, and as soon as I find out about them, I do want to share with you guys early on. That's what you'll receive access to on the Patreon for now. And then also other resources along the way that I will be sharing and teaching and learning together with you guys, because not only am I here to show you guys and guide you guys about different things about charts and stocks overall, but also learn with you guys. So it's going to be more of a private community where we can learn and grow together as well. And for those of you that want to go ahead and further support the channel. Now, the cool thing is I'm going to be able to share with you guys as soon as I'm doing research on these ticker symbols so that you guys know that, you know, you want to add this to your watch list, but because I already mentioned it on Patreon doesn't mean, hey, it's a confirmation. We got to look at it. We need to watch it, but you can start doing your research and due diligence as well. And it's going to be a place where we can communicate and talk about, you know, maybe the ticker symbol I found, something you see is flawed, and we can discuss it. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be awesome where I see the Patreon going in the near future. But let's jump on in here with Nano Dimensions and Nndm. We usually do a chart analysis and we talk about ARK's position, right? We're going to do that later tonight. This is more about information right now on Nano Dimensions. So here we are with a post last night, 15 hours ago. Are you aware the direct offering though? I guess they were talking about, you know, the video that I posted yesterday, and I did the video before the direct offering was announced through articles and stuff. And I said, yes, from 4 hours ago being announced in an article, that is correct. I will post an updated video tomorrow morning. So I'm thankful that that was pointed out. Today in the morning, I got caught up with trading and other things and looking at other research in the market that I wasn't able to post in the morning, but I'm here to post it now. So I do want to clarify, I'm like super late, but I still want to share my perspective on everything that's going on because, you know, we have one investor here saying this is becoming a joke. Where is the product? I agree. Since 2016, nothing's happening with this company. I'm pulling out. Hopefully I can get rid of them during pre-market. So that is one investor sentiment. I kind of understand where is the product here. Nothing's really been happening. I completely see that perspective. Such high risk right now, right? Because there's nothing of real big revenue coming in. And then we have the other investor saying, the one that mentioned, are you aware of the offering though? Oh, you will see, mate. I had my doubts too, but I'm confident that the future is bright and you will regret selling. So that was a really nice dialogue there. They both have, you know, it's like that saying, he who says he's right, he who says he's wrong, they're both right. They're both correct. That's what's going on here, right? It's all about your perspective and how you truly feel. And also, are you looking outside the box and further on? Or are you thinking like, hey, I need this money. And this person probably is like, okay, I can't wait for the Nano Dimension growth. I need to move on to another stock. So respectfully, both have great perspectives. Just depends on what their end goal truly is. And also their risk tolerance and the point of if you can be patient with leaving that certain investment there, or do you need to move it somewhere else? Completely understandable. Now, I did block out the names because I do not want to step on anyone's toes, but it is public on YouTube. If you go straight to the video, you'll see who was talking to each other. And if not, you are probably an investor watching this video and you know that's you. So thank you guys for the dialogue and also pointing things out always. But let's go ahead and pull up here the article. So here's the article. I found it last night. I mean, it was posted at 9 p.m. and me and this individual were talking like at 12 a.m. about this because I got the notification. So it said it today announced, you know, the definitive agreements with investors right? For the sale of 39,100,000 of the company's American depository shares, right? At a price of $12.80 per, obviously, share. And it's going to be the proceeds of the offering of $500 million. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen a couple days ago where I talked about Nano Dimension's position. Their revenue was $3 million. They have no debt, and they had $990 million cash on hand. They were like, or 900 million and some change. They were on the edge of 1 billion. Well, with this, they've reached $1 billion, right? Very interesting. Now, what are they going to do with this? I hope it's going to be for innovative purposes and for innovative moves, right? Also, starting to pick up different opportunities on their way, or just ramp up production, or they're going to use this money that they've raised to buy out the companies that are in the rumors, right? They want to do a merger. They want to buy out companies, or something's going on with this money that's going to hopefully help Nano Dimensions push forward. So yes, this direct offering is the largest that has happened. And this was the big news that I've been talking about for weeks. And everyone used to ask, what's going on? When is it going to happen? Well, we were going to know today, or like I said, yesterday, and find out today more about it, which they mentioned it last night. And I came across it, around like 10 p.m. I was caught up with other videos, and I couldn't just go ahead and do another video, unfortunately. So I wanted to do it this morning. I apologize. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, we saw this coming. And investors that truly knew about this saw this coming since here. This is no surprise from the end of January to February. Then it started to run back up because there was a lot of investors that were unaware of this, and they were hopeful, and they were jumping in, and this looked like an opportunity. Now, throughout this whole process, ARK Invest has been buying and selling shares. So where did we end up? We ended up at $14 and some change. Well, if we pull up that article, right, it's going to take place on or about February 18th, subject to the satisfaction of customary closing conditions. So could we get close to 1280? Possibly. Can we get past 1280 and hit newer lows? Possibly. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. We're on the 16th. It's going to end up happening towards the 18th. Now, does it say when it closes? The closing of the registered? Okay, the closing. So we already got it started with it. The closing is going to be on the 18th. So we need to see how this is going to react from now to the 18th. Could we get close to 1280 or go beyond that? Possibly. But if we end up close to it, that's going to be probably the lowest. We will see it in pre-offering. Now, I don't know how this is going to react post-offering. Now, if you've been in this since we've been talking about it at like $3 way back here, post-offering, the only time it did terrible was on this point, and also this point from here to here. Every offering after that, it's just been pushing up to newer highs. Okay, so we need to see how this is going to react post-offering. But big deal here. Biggest offering that's happened. They are debt-free, so much cash on hand, almost no revenue. Well, guess what? They have a market cap of 700 million, and they have cash on hand more than that. Okay, so they have to be in the works of making something happen, stirring something up. They're trying to cook something, right? They're trying to make something happen. So if ARK Invest keeps on loading up, which we're going to find out later tonight, big news, okay? And also, this company is being published by so many different sources and articles as like one of the stocks to keep an eye on going into this year. So there are so many analysis and analysts that are probably looking at this beyond what the eyes see, man. And I've been saying this on how ARK Invest was reacting since way down here. They were looking at this stock and they saw all of this before we even started to live it, before we even started to get into it. And if they're still buying here, they're seeing way beyond that. So this is definitely a patience play with high risk, because I do agree with one of the investors that was commenting there, where is the product? You know, where's the revenue? Nothing's been going on since 2016, but you know, things have changed for Nano Dimensions since 2016 till now. The whole thing is, what is the journey going to be like from here to the next 5 years? And I think there is potential and growth here, but these direct offerings, they need to slow down, or they better be doing it for a good reason. Because when I say better, which we have no control over that, we're just hopeful that it's for those reasons, right? We better see it that way, because we are all investors involved in Nano Dimensions, and we want the best for the company and also for our portfolio. So I look forward to seeing how you guys feel about this. And this was no surprise. The fact that it was an offering, though, it was a little bit different than what they were trying to do. They were trying to, you know, add additional shares. But man, this one really happened. The vote went through, and you know, ARK Invest is gonna probably have to load up. We're gonna see how their portfolio is looking, and if they're not too happy with it, they might have even shaved off positions. So you know, it's gonna be that question mark till later tonight once everything updates and I can go ahead and share with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned to the end, because the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys, you won't want to miss. And stay tuned for later tonight on the update on our support, resistance, 50-day moving average, other supports to look at moving into the next coming days and week, and also how ARK Invest has reacted. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is a big opportunity. There's a lot out there, but this one is in a sector that the opportunity to the price per share, to the market cap, is just so undervalued because it's so fresh and new into the market, and also it's a growing company. Once it makes it, just like the other big players in this sector, I mean, the opportunity will be big from this point moving outwards. So the potential here, according to this platform, their infrastructure and their business goals and everything that's projected about them, it's a big opportunity if everything obviously falls into place and so forth. So when I mean big, and you guys know I'm not hype, you guys know that I don't like to overinflate things or, you know, make things seem bigger than they are, but I am here to emphasize that this stock is a big opportunity. So before we jump into the ticker symbol I'm going to share with you guys, I just want to quickly look here at Genius Brands. We talked about it yesterday, to add to your watch list. So this was at about 201 when market closed on Friday. So when I said this was a learning experience for anyone that didn't know or wasn't too familiar with it, it was showing signs based off of different indicators like the RSI, the MACD, and also the closer moving average, that there was a possibility that this could start to work its way up. Well, it certainly did. It went from 201 all the way to 220. Quickly dropped right back down. So the volatility, you can see it there. Now, you want to continue watching this one going into the week, because there is opportunity probably for this one to continue to do this type of movement as long as indicators are showing that. But right now the ticker symbol is kind of fighting, right, to stay above that $2 mark, and it's coming right back down, and it's coming back pretty fast. You know, I didn't think that it was going to come back that fast. I thought it would kind of consolidate a little bit higher, then probably pull back and then run back up, something like that throughout the week. And who knows, maybe it's pulling back to this point. More investors look at it as an opportunity, load up on shares and bring this one back up. So you want to continue watching this one carefully, but this is a very speculative play, so I want every single investor to be aware of that. So what ticker symbol is it that I want to talk about? Well, it is OZON. This is the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list. This is the big opportunity. So here we are. You can see how this IPO'd, right, at around $40. It ran up to 50, came back down, and then it ran back up to 56, came back down to 46. From that point forward, it spiked up to 68, and it's cooling off. So the cool thing about this one is that when you zoom in, yes, you can see the subtle downward movement in a very slow fashion because it's only gone down $4. But when you zoom out, you can kind of see that it's consolidating. It's hanging out within this channel. It hasn't broken through the $62 mark. and it hasn't broken through the highest point here after that drop of $66, almost 67. So you want to watch this carefully. If it breaks through 62, it could start to hit newer lows. And if it continues to stay in this channel, all it takes is another catalyst for this to run up. Look how small the market cap is. And what are they? Well, they're an internet retailer. They are comparable to Jumia. And if you want to compare it to the top dogs, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, and so forth. Now, even when we go to eBay, eBay's pretty small. These guys have so much more room. So who is Ozon? Well, they are the Amazon of Russia. Pretty much. Based off the articles and everything that I've seen, that's pretty much what they are. I look forward to seeing what you guys find about this one. If you want to comment down below, I would appreciate it. Or what you have found if you already knew about this one. But very important to do some research here on this and not miss out on knowing more about it. Because look at eBay. eBay's market cap is 42 billion and it's in the 60s range. So yes, it's almost in the same type of sector, but this is even bigger. Ozon is even bigger. Look at that, 11 billion. So if this was to go into the 40 billion mark, just like eBay, like we could see here, 42, and it's going for 62 a share, there's probably more that goes into the market share, right, of these two different sectors, and then also the market cap and the price per share that make these value differently. But once this hits like 40 billion, this is going to be upwards to, you know, maybe 2x or 3x the current price. Think about that. So when we go to Jumia, let's see how Jumia is doing. Now, Jumia is comparable to this one. They're fresh, they're new. Jumia has a smaller market cap, and they're around the same price per share, right? So there's room here even for Jumia, right? This is awesome stuff here. Now, when you compare the two of them, some people will say that Jumia has a little bit less of an infrastructure or growth potential than Ozon. One is better than the other. That's more of a like personal preference. But the top dog here that leads the whole pack is Amazon. Okay, Amazon leads the whole pack. Could these market caps of these companies reach these numbers? Possibly. It's going to take years, but it can possibly reach that. And if it even reaches half of that, just think about dividing this share price in half or even to 1/3 of this total amount, and look at where these stocks are at. They're in the 60s. So much room here. So I definitely see big opportunity here. This is so fresh, and it started off at a nicer number than Jumia. That's another thing to consider. You know, it was priced in per share at a much better valuation than Jumia to start. Jumia was way back below $40. So this stock has started off, and if anyone that is an investor or viewer that remembers, you know, there might be some of you here watching my channel, when Amazon started, Amazon was around these prices, and it took years to get where it's at. But, you know, I'm not saying these are possibly going to be just like Amazon and that they are like Amazon, but the potential is there. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.